What up, babies? It's Monday, January 24th. If you didn't know it, January will end next week, which means 2022 is acting brand new too. Because 2022 done skipped in, it's acting like it's trying to be skipping out, okay? I just want to say good morning. I just want to say happy Monday. I just want to say thank you all that do follow me and do share me and do support my messages. I really appreciate y'all. I don't get to tell y'all that often because I've been going, like I said, I've been going through my own things. And again, I told y'all before, you cannot teach or enlighten someone when you are not enlightened or you have your light a little dimmed yourself. But I'm back to the elevated, illuminated amazingness that is the Queen Amina that I am. I'm on my way to my little contract job. I only got this till March, so I'm going to be talking to y'all in the morning till then. But after that, I'll be talking to y'all any time of day, probably working out, doing whatever it is that I do during the day. But I needed this contract because the Queen about to do another move. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Finding your roots. Listen, you're born and raised in a certain place. That doesn't mean that's where you have to stay. That just means that's where you were born. That's where your parents felt the need to raise you. Let me turn my music down. That's where your parents felt the need to raise you because they either could not afford to go somewhere else or that's where they were happy at. Like with my kids, my older kids, they'll tell you I moved every year. And I did move every year, but I moved every year because as a teenage mom, I could not afford the places that I lived at. So me not being able to afford them is why I moved as much as I moved. And at the end of the day, if I would have had just a little bit of help, an inkling of help, a smidget of help from someone that helped me make them kids, maybe I wouldn't have had to move every year, but I moved every year. Once my lease was up, I had to find like a cheaper place to move to because I either had an extra kid or my rent was about to go up and I couldn't afford for it to go up. So sometimes our circumstances don't allow us to get up and go the way we want to. But I'm going to be real with you. I done got up and said, you know what, I'm leaving Philly. I'm moving to Cali. I moved to California, to Fresno. I was there a couple months. The people of Fresno, the city, you know, I don't want to go to the city for help, but the city helped me get situated. But then, you know, being down there away from my family, away from what I called my support team, it got hard after a while because I had nobody to help me with the kids, nobody to help me take them to school, nobody to help take them to whatever practices or whatever else. So it got hard for me. So I left. And then plus I was down there with my oldest two kids' father's family. And they are a melting pot of triflingness. So, yeah, I had to leave that. But whenever I say, you know what, I'm just leaving, I'm moving, it's time for something new, I get up and do that. You know, no matter who feels some type of way about it. And people always say, you know, Queen, you are so bold. Look at you. You're in New Mexico. You done went from, you know, you're from Philly. You done moved to New York. You done moved to Maryland. You done moved to Cali. You done moved. And the thing is, I moved to these places trying to find a safer, better environment for my kids. And I'm in New Mexico, and I'm going to be honest, it's quiet here, it's nice here, it feels safe here, but I don't truly feel welcome here, you know, and that be the problem with places that you go, you don't always feel welcome. Like I said, when I see black men or black women, they look at me like I don't belong. I've been here almost 5 years, so I'm pretty sure I've been here longer than them, but that's not the point. The looks on their faces like, well, why are you here? You know, you get it from black men more than you get it from black women because I guess other black women are going through it. Like I was in the mall recently because it is still warm here. It's cold in the morning, so right now it's cold as hell. But in the afternoon it's like 70. But yeah, one day me and my daughter was walking through the mall and it was a whole bunch of Mexican women and there was one black boy. And when the one Mexican woman noticed me and my daughter, as the sexy black women we are, walking towards them, she ran over to this black guy and just started kissing him. I mean, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like he was somebody we was about to go approach or anything, but it was the fact of the stupidness. And he looking at her like, what the fuck? So now he's looking at us while he's kissing her like, I don't know, y'all. So, just because you go somewhere don't mean you welcome. Now, I'm still going to stay because I don't give a fuck who's welcoming and who's not. But at the end of the day, you do want to feel welcome. You don't want to be going somewhere and everywhere you go, you feel like people are looking at you. It's not everywhere. It's not all the time, but it's most of the time. It's 8 times out of 10. If you go eat here or you go do something here, like those are the looks that you get from the women who are, dating the black men or whatever. Those are the looks that you get from the black men. Like, you'll see black men, like I was in Walmart the other day and it was like this older black man, and I guess he was with a Mexican woman. So the look on his face was more or less, like, put your head down. Nah, you don't know me. I ain't know him anyway to even speak to him, but I normally speak to everybody, man, woman, child, black, white, Mexican, it don't matter. I normally just be like, afternoon, morning, something along that lines. I do that anyway, but the response that you get now from doing that with these people are very just rude and trifling, and you just be looking like, what? So, find where it's comfortable for you. Like I said, El Paso, Texas, you guys, a lot more black people are moving there. The military base is there. So it's a little bit safer for black people. There's not a lot, you don't hear about a lot of police brutality. Understand, though, if you do move to El Paso, Texas, they cannot drive here. Okay? There's mad accidents. Just Friday, it was an accident. This man veered into the on-in ramp thing and it split his car in half, ultimately splitting him in half and killing him. But again, they can't drive here, but it's safe here. You're welcome to take your kids outside to play here. Your kids can ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes, and it's safe here, unlike Philadelphia, where they are trying to mow your kids down with police cars because they're on a dirt bike or a four-wheeler. Here is legal, it's safe to do. If you do not have a passport, do not come here. The Border Patrol is really real. They are really a gang. They are horrible. They are worse than the police here. But outside of Border Patrol, who cares? But the police are different. They don't walk up to your car with their hands on their guns and shit of that nature. No, they actually walk up with an actual question of, why are you doing such and such, or did you know such and such? I know because I done got many speeding tickets. I done got in my attitude like, what the fuck, I'm about to be late. So yeah, it's different in El Paso for black people. So if y'all want a place that's safe, that's a place I can tell you. Las Cruces, New Mexico, that's safe for black people. And you know what? The black people in Las Cruces are different. They are nice. If they see you, they make a point to speak to you and just to say, hey, you ain't the only one here. How you doing? Type of thing. They do let you know that. I went up to Las Cruces to do my driver's license, and this black man walked over like, hey, it ain't too much of us here. Had to come over and give you a shout out. And I thought that was awesome. So, and those are 2 places that I'm telling you, black people, that is safe to live. The schools, I can't really speak for the schools in El Paso because I live in New Mexico, but they have stuff like forensic studies where they actually do mock forensic scenes. My daughter's doing sports medicine. They have so many things here that prepare your children for a real career, not a job, a real career, a real future, and it's amazing as far as the schools. I love them. Like I said, you can, and being here around the Mexican people, you can learn Spanish. I've been teaching myself. They haven't been teaching. I've been teaching myself. But you got to be somewhere where it's conducive to your future, your health, your life, your children's well-being and upbringing. So research some places, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be here too much longer. I do like it here, but being alone is really real. It really, really is. So I can't continue to stay here. I wish these people learn how to fucking drive. I can't continue to stay here because it's not conducive for the things that I'm doing. Now, am I going to get a vacation home here? Yes. I'm going to get a winter home here, so when I want to come back here and stay, I don't have to go and rent nothing. I can just stay. So find you a place like that where you just know you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back towards where the black people are, but that's only because they don't read as much as I need them to read here, and I'm an author and a publishing company, so I need more readers around me. So that's where I'm going, to an area with more readers, preferably readers of my own background. Readers, period, is where I'm going, where readers are. So I appreciate y'all very, very much. I love y'all. I thank y'all for watching The Queen. I'm going to drive a little faster to get my ass to work, because I'm actually about to be late in the next 10 minutes. But it was one of those Monday mornings. I really didn't feel like getting up. Then I had to make a sandwich. And it was one of those days. But no, seriously, y'all, find the safest, best place for you and your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want our babies to be safe, especially our black babies, especially our black little girls. We need them to be safe in this life. We need them to make it. They are our next doctors, our next mayors, our next governors, our next owners, business owners. They are it. And we need them to be safe. We need them to have a better life. And we need to make sure that we are living in a place where we are going to be safe enough to be the ones to raise them. Because you all know the way some of these police work, they don't want us around long enough to even tell our kids how to spell their names, let alone raise them. So be safe, find your happy place, and know that I'm rooting for you. I know there's a better space out there for you, a better place out there for you, and you'll find it. And I know that your kids deserve to be the next kings and queens of this universe, and you will do something extraordinary to make that possible. So I love you all to life. I'm going to get my butt to work, turn my music up. Deuces, babies. Mwah. Peace.
It's Cold Brew plus Frosty.